Oh. Yo, 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 yo. How we feeling? How we feeling? How we feeling? Right? How we feeling, man? Chapter out. Chapter out, so we gonna get to it. All right, we gonna get to it. This isn't jinxing it, because I genuinely might be the shortest reaction ever. It might be the shortest reaction ever. Because I'm running on nothing. Yo, TD, 20 months. I appreciate you, my guy. Might be, yo. I'm talking about a good 20. A good 20, 25. That's the plan. We in and out. All right, we in and out. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? Hope y'all having a good day, a good morning. It is early. It is very early. You know, I thought it got late yesterday, and I was like, all right. The chapter probably coming out tomorrow, you know? Yeah, the plan, that's the plan. The plan is to have a discussion tonight. And so, you know, the earlier, I was going to wait till like 5 to do the reaction. But I was like, the later we do it, the harder it is to have a discussion. But we get it in early, or easy to have a discussion, right? And I heard there's going to be a break next week too. So, shout out to Disco. Disco said, yeah, okay, 25. Nah, also, before we start, we're not going to yap as much today, because I told y'all 25, right? We're not going to yap as much. But I don't know if I want to. Never mind. Never mind. Yo, D, what's happening, my G? How y'all feeling? Stan, what's good, bro? What's good? I hear this is going to be an amazing chapter. I heard great things, but then I also heard that the chapter wasn't going to come out, so I wasn't sure what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Bryce, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. All right, I'm still trying to figure it out. Let's go. I did the same thing. Now, it's not like I was waiting up for the chapter, but I was not waiting up for the chapter. I was not waiting up for the chapter. But I was doing a bunch of stuff. But it came out, so I'm like, all right. Hope y'all having a great day. Let's not waste any more time. The fantasy guys have been good to me so far. Real quick. This patch. Yo, Vulture, what's that? What's this patch? Flame, it is. Flame, it is so cooked. It is so cooked. I had Brian Thomas everywhere. So that's not boding well. And I had Malik in both. I had Leak in both my dynasty leagues. So I had Scat in my dynasty league. I had Bowers in my dynasty league. So you know, we got a bright future, but right now we're in one league we're struggling. In one league we are struggling with all the injuries, but you know, we got a nice little future ahead. It's next year, maybe, because we 7-11 right now. We can still make a run because Bowers just got back. You know, we still got Bijan and Garrett and Rasheed. So we got some good pieces. Tyler Warren, Travion is coming, you know, so it's like we got some good pieces, just like, you know, Leak, losing Malik, like, it's my favorite player in the league right now, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Malik Neighbors. So, either way. Bucky, man, Bucky Irving. I really think he's more hurt than they're letting on, but also I think with Bucky Irving, the issue is they were running him like 20 plus times a game. He can't be used that way. I think they got to use him like maybe 18 touches max. He's small. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he should be getting that many touches. He got like a shoulder and ankle injury at the same time. Like, so I think even when he comes back, I don't think the volume is going to be the same. So, you know, I think it's tough because a lot of people are waiting for him, and he's going to come back and he's still going to be, I don't think he's going to be 100% because they need him to go deep in the playoffs. Chris Godwin, the same thing. Not Chris Godwin, not the same thing, but I think he's more hurt too. But either way. I can talk fantasy all day. The last panel in 1164 give me Ninja Storm vibe. Yo, Propane, what's happening? I really like that last panel in 1164. I really do. Yeah, Disco is a bouncer. She is a bouncer. Do not mess with her. She'll get you thrown out of the club. No. She will personally throw you out of the club. But let's go. 1165. My hope for this chapter is that Oda gets in his choreography bag. Right? Get in your bag. This is probably, outside of specials and anime or some shit, the last time we get to see these legends. Right? Let them go out like G's, or at least Rocks go out like a G, because, you know, Garp and Roger, they last a bit longer. But here we go. One Piece 1165. It is called Echo. The first thing I think of is Arcane. But okay, cover request by Machi and Takeshi. Beppo sleeping peacefully, or peacefully sleeping using Zeus as a pillow. Okay. I'm not mad at it. Cute. Yeah, Luffy the Brago hater is crazy, considering Luffy's my favorite character in One Piece. So I don't know where that was coming from. I don't get it. Flame, you don't have to say it. I don't think he wrong, but you don't have to say it. Now Luffy my favorite character. Luffy my favorite character in One Piece. Yeah, no. All right. Okay. If y'all had to place a bet, right? Over under 10 chapters. No, over under 15 chapters, we see Law again. What are the odds? Probably over, right? Well, it depends. It depends. Wait. All right, here's a better question. Here's a better question. Who do we see first? Do we see Law or Kid first in the story? I think the chances are we see Law before we see Kid. But we're in Elbaf, right? So I think that's a good one. I don't know. Nah, not cover story. In the manga. Who do we see first, Law or Kid? Or, to make it even more difficult, do we see Law or Kid first? So that's one option. Or Kaido or Big Mom first? Like, who do we see first? In the canon story. I think it's less major implications if we see Law and Kid. If we see Big Mom and Kaido, now Oda has to explain things. Not really, but kinda. So I think it's easier to show Law and Kid before showing Big Mom and Kaido if they're still alive. And I know my headcanon is that Kaido's dead and that Big Mom's alive. By the way, so one of the best chapters of the flashback incident. We still got a bit left of the flashback. Okay. All right. He said one of the best. All right. Let's get to it. It's also hard to include Big Mom and Kaido in current events. It is very hard to include them. I think with Law and Kid, you can slide them in easily because Law, I mean, he's running for his life. Kid, he's fighting for his life. So, I mean, I think Kid is easier than any of them because we're in Elbaf and supposedly should be on the outskirts, right? If he's still alive. I would say this. If Kid is dead, like some people speculate, then that is a tragedy on the level of Kuina dying many moons ago. But let's go. So either both are dead or both alive. I think it'd be more interesting if one is dead. If both are alive, then that's not interesting. Because what's going to happen, Oda's going to now have to prevent them from being a part of the main story. Because, like, those are two monsters, right? And for Kaido, I don't know why Kaido wouldn't spin. So, like, that's kind of how I look at it. Sure, that's what I think. Kaido dead, because I think there's nothing, I don't think there's anything else we need from Kaido, personally. But Big Mom, I think there's a lot more there. But, no, Kid being dead doesn't make sense, bro. That'd be such a such a disappointing end to his story. And it would be, oh my God. Please. But okay. Everybody's like, it is what it is. All right. Here we go. 1165. Rocks versus Roger and Garp. All right. I don't know if this is setting me up for amazing blue balls or are we really about to get this? Okay. Please. You hear that too, right? Yeah. And this nigga look just like Ace. Holy shit. Or Ace look just like him. I mean, oh my God. Oh my goodness, man. Please kill me. His words, the way he's acting, and that look on his face. None of it adds up. Okay, so Rox is enormous. I guess I didn't realize just how much bigger he'd gotten. Jeez. Bro, look at the size of his blade to Roger's. No. Listen, Vampiru, you're 1,000% correct. Him having Katakuri teeth is definitely Katakuri upscale. I didn't want to bring it up. I was waiting for somebody to bring it up. Thank you. Jesus. Okay, so it looked like Roger did did Roger and Garp block it? Did just Roger block it? Because Garp is doing an open palm, or was that a setup for his attack? So Garp goes for an attack, punches Rox in his face. Rox goes back slightly. And then he sends both of them flying. Okay. All right. So let's talk. real quick. I'm not going to take too long. Real quick, all right? Lonely Mates, I see kid like my dad sees me at disappointment. Damn. I feel it, though. Yo, Rico! Welcome to Family. Appreciate my guy. Young Ivy, 5 gifted. Yo, appreciate you, Young Ivy. Yo, Young Ivy give you a gift. Just say thank you, all right? Real quick. No, I'm not going to take too long here, right? Not going to take too long. Rox just sent Garp and Roger flying. Okay? Rox just sent Garp and Roger flying by himself, right? Now, in the last chapter, we did not see what happened to Whitebeard, and my interpretation of it was that Whitebeard got sent flying after Rox's attack. I want to put this in perspective. If Whitebeard indeed was not sent flying when Garp and Roger together was sent flying, not only is Whitebeard top 1, but he is top 1 by a considerable margin. That's just immediate reaction to what just happened. Okay? Just immediate. Because I was saying, okay, Oda don't want to disrespect G, but it's crazy because he didn't give a damn about showing Garp and Roger flying into the damn building. So, I'm just saying. So I think Whitebeard did indeed get sent flying as well. I think that's only that makes sense because anything else doesn't really make sense. And you know we love Oyaji over here, but you know. Okay, we see a Domi Reversey kid fight Zoro and Zoro loses. A Domi Reversey kid fighting Zoro. We'll talk about it later. All right. Yeah, so these dudes get sent flying. They get sent flying. They show half the mountain is... Okay. The sky, it's splitting. We've got to get out of here or we're going to die. All right, we got what? We got 6 more minutes. Let's steal a ship and get off this island. Huh, what about Rox's ship? Dumbass, no one's going back. The Rox parts are history. Hurry to the coast. I'm not gonna lie. I mess with the design, but I'm unmoved. Whatever rival he is, I'm unmoved. I gotta see more. Why is Shiki so excited that the Rox Pirates are done? He's ecstatic. It's like he always wanted this. But I think Shiki likes chaos, though. But the thing is, he likes allying, but he also enjoys chaos. Bro, he did not do anything. He just got big and got his ass beat. Right? He just got big and got his ass beat every single time. But whatever. Yeah, it is a one-sided rivalry. It is. But, you know, he's gaining clout off the rivalry. Vice Admiral Garp, can you repeat that? I said, get every survivor and Marine you can aboard that ship and cast off immediately. Roger, what's going on over there? That damn egg. Get underway the instant Rayleigh's group is aboard. Wait for me at sea. I'll make it back for sure. I know Oda's doing this on purpose, but holy crap. Oh my God, this is ace, bro. Like, It's like Ace and Buff Luffy. It's literally Ace, yo. Literally Ace. Yeah, you always got the egg in the damn panel. We have no idea what it is. Rox and Roger. I came to this island to catch the pair of you, but look how things panned out. I feel like, yo, I love Garp. I'm not gonna lie. I love Garp, bro. But Garp, let's be for real. Let's be for real. You knew you were not catching rocks in Roger when you pulled up to God Valley. Like, come on. Come on. Like, for real? I love Garp, though. Well, all I wanted was to save Shocky, grab some treasure, and bail. Want to call a temporary truce? Can't say I'm thrilled with that idea, but we can't just leave him be. No, that's the thing. I think Garp his motto is logic be damned. Right? It's like logic be damned. It's like, that's on the level of Kizaru saying, I'm going to go to Wano, and somehow, I'm going to take care of Kaido and Big Mom. Would you like me to go take care of Kaido and Big Mama Kaido? Nigga, what? And like, it's your man, so you're like, nah, I don't need that. It's cool. Okay. Hey, Rocks. Oh my God, the anime is gonna go so stupid. Oh my, oh. Oh. Okay, Garp. They both in their bag though. Okay. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Them boys doing combination attacks like they've been fighting together for a minute. They look like Luffy and Ace. This form, this curse, can't we undo it somehow? Wake up. Nah, this is all I wanted. This is everything I wanted. This is it. It don't got to be too crazy, but this is it. Oh my God. The things the anime is gonna do with this moment. That has something to do with childhood friends that fought over fires versus Marines end up joining their respective sides. It's possible. It is certainly possible. But it got to run deeper than just like, yo, you're a pirate, I'm a Marine, I'm going after you. It got to be deeper than that. Yeah, and with the breaks, they're not touching this stuff until probably like 27. I say 2027. Maybe 2028. I say 2027. I say 2027. Cause like, okay, here's my assumption. My assumption is that like the pacing is going to be better, slightly better, right? The consistency of the quality is going to be slightly better. But yeah, 2027. I can see them ending the season. Oh my God, that to be continued is gonna suck now, ain't it? Like knowing it's a to be continued, like at the end of 2027, and it's like Garp and Roger about to fight Rocks, and it's a to be continued, and it'll be back next spring. Yes, it's still gonna be 1-1. Yeah, I think we get to God Valley, the God Valley incident in 2027. Or get to this stuff in 2027. But I think it would be perfect to end it off for, you know, I think for hype's sake, probably, actually, I'm trying to think, could we sneak a movie in there? Can we sneak a movie in here? Can we sneak a God Valley movie in here at the top of 2027? So you end 2026 going into the God Valley flashback, and then maybe the beginning of 2027. That's really tight. That's really tight. That's too tight. They would have to already be making it. The first 26 chapters ends right before the flashback. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. If the top of 2027 is a God Valley movie before the God Valley flashback. I know, Cameron, I know. Expectations are way too high, but but I think I'm surprised there hasn't been a movie announcement yet. I expected one earlier this year, if not late last year, and we haven't gotten a movie announcement. So maybe they're already working on it. Who knows? Who knows? But okay, hurry. Roger won't stop fighting till he's sure we've escaped. It's strange, this hockey. Night ship, you don't mind if I tag along, right? Gloriosa. Yo, Gloriosa. One Piece movie without the Straw Hats. I'm here for it. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. We love the Straw Hats, but come on. I think they're too big. Bro, Scatter, I think they should have more time to do a movie, right? If we're going seasonal, we're about to go on a break. They should have that time, to be honest. Or it could be an episode of, like the ones that say like an episode of God Valley, like we had an episode of Sabo, episode of whatever. Could be an episode of. Doesn't have to be a full movie. Just like a special, like 3D2Y. I think that'd be cool. You listening, Kaido? Consider this a lifelong debt. You'll pay me back one day. Mark my words. Bro. Don't be stupid. You lost fair and square, Lin Lin. Now watch. I'm going to start a crew where brutality is the only law. What's wrong with this nigga? Yo, what's wrong with him? No, seriously. Like, off of the conversation you just had with Big Mom and the issues that she has with it, his conclusion is like, nah, you lost fair and square. And now I'm gonna start a crew where brutality is the only law. Big Mom, like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? But I think also we can't get hung up on this translation because, like, you know what I'm saying? We got to wait till the official or something like that, and then we can kind of, like, nitpick. I'm not getting too hung up on the brutality's only law. I'm sure it's adjacent to only the strong survive. But it could be CTE, right? It could be suffering from what Rox just put him through. But, like, what? But I'm not going to lie. Big Mom saying this, mark my words. Because now, if we're both in this damn lava and Big Mom takes his soul to kind of get some energy back to get out of there, you know what I'm saying? Takes his lifespan. I'm like, mark my words, nigga. Brutality is the only law. Like, bro, I've been saying that's what happens in the lava. Big Mom takes Kaido's soul or lifespan and makes a homie out of it. Hold up. I think they're both alive. But Big Mom turns Kaido into, or uses his soul and turns him into a permanent homie. So he's a dragon homie that Big Mom now rides. So now he's permanently in dragon form. That way, you have Kaido around, you have the personality, but he's not a threat. I think that's the safe way. So Big Mom now rides Kaido. I don't think I think Kaido gets turned into a homie. And now he's like a dragon homie. And so we get the quips of Kaido, but we don't have the threat of Kaido. And it's kind of like a win-win, where Big Mom gets the debt repaid because she uses that homie to save her life. But we still have Kaido around, but this is the only way Kaido doesn't spin back to Wano, because now he's being controlled by Big Mom. A lava dragon homie. I like that, Aris. I like that, Aris. I like that. A lava dragon homie that Big Mom can now use as a part of her arsenal. Because she gonna get it, bro. She gonna get the debt back. Lin, win-win. No, but Clyde, I think otherwise Kaido is about to die. And this is how Big Mom... I don't see another way Oda brings back Kaido and he's not a threat. You gotta nerf him in a major way. Because I don't know why Kaido would not spin back to Wano. There's nobody there. All right? Yamato is like, yo, we're safe. Bye. Yamato and Momo kill Kaido. And I don't know if we know Kaido's haki is stronger than Big Mom's. I don't know if we know that. Yeah, there's nothing stopping him from just going back to Wano. Unless you restrict him and nerf him. So, yeah. Kaido's crazy. Kaido's crazy. You've grown bold, haven't you? But you'll never be able to beat me. And she's right. Kaido's 1,000% stronger than Big Mom. What are you on about? Big Mom can barely use advanced cock? What? What is this headcanon? Wait, what is this headcanon? Yo, I understand. Listen, I understand that Oda has butchered Big Mom's usage, but what the what are we talking about? Oda nerfed Big Mom just to give all these niggas a chance. I don't think Big Mom is beating Kaido. But I don't think Kaido's beating Big Mom. I think they're damn near equals. But if I had to bet, I'm betting on Kaido. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm saying, though, like, I don't understand this Big Mom downplay. Like, this is crazy. Saying 1,000% stronger than Big Mom? Like Big Mom, bro, we literally have a panel of Big Mom pulling up to Wano and Kaido literally saying, don't let her in. Stop. Don't let her in. If Kaido's 1,000% stronger than Big Mom, why would he be worried? Come on, bro. Come on, man. I get it. I get it. Big Mom gets butchered all the time, but let's not disrespect. Let's not disrespect. And I've caped for Kaido all the damn time. Kaido was screaming at the top of his lungs, "Don't let her in!" I agree. They fought for days. First off, Big Mom saved Kaido's damn life. Kaido, dodge it. Anyway, Lin, what are you doing? We've got to go. Load up the treasure. Big Mom deadass saved us from ZKK. Like, for real. Like, come on, bro. Like, stop disrespecting Big Mom. Listen, here's one thing I'm not going to do. I am never bigging up Strewson. All right? Strewson is a certified creep. Oh, I don't think Oda would ever confirm it. But we know what Strewson is. We know what he is. Lin, what are you doing? Nah, he definitely got a weird case. For sure. Load up the treasure. One day I'll come to collect what you owe. I'll crush you when that time comes. I know he would. Yo, that nigga was so shook when Big Mom was coming to Wano, yo, because he's like, oh, fuck. Like, she's here for real? I don't know how, but assembly Big Mom Pirates versus Triads. No, Oda, no. It's just, no. It's, you can't. Like, where the Straw Hats are now, right? Where the Straw Hats are now, asking for Big Mom Pirates versus the Straw Hats is like asking to watch like watch a game, basketball game, football game, where the ref is paid off. Nah. It can't happen. It can't happen. Okay, so Rocks sent Roger flying. You broke the mountain, didn't you, Newgate? Who are you? Looks like your crew's also breaking up. Get the fuck out of here. So it was Marco? No way! No nigga's name was Polo? Bro, I dead ass. No, listen, no bullshit. I lie to y'all not. There's a nigga that was in the chat. He donated, and he said, if his dad's name is not Polo, I don't want it. W's. Somebody, like when y'all remember the chapter, right? When we saw that nigga look just like Marco, and was like, yo, if his name not Polo, we don't want it. Is this nigga floating? Yo, I don't remember who said it, but shout out to you, nigga. Oh my God. His name is Polo Graham, the captain of the Polo Pirates. All right, Whitebeard, who the fuck are you? So he just got everybody kids on his damn ship? Whitebeard really OG. Like, Whitebeard really got everybody kids on his ship. Except his, right? Okay, hold on, guys. We got to consider something. Now, is he Marco's dad? Or is Marco Polo because of the Phoenix fruit? What a likely answer, Pops. I don't know. Wait. No, but here's the thing, though, right? Why why was Marco acting like he didn't have a daddy? Like, Marco was acting like an orphan when what kind of shit is that? Bro. Marco might be Polo. No, Marco's not born yet. Wait. No, Marco's 40 something. Marco should be born. What is up with these niggas, bro? Yo. Oda is a troll. He couldn't he could not let that joke slide. Oda could not let that joke slide. But my thing for Whitebeard now is kind of like, either you didn't see or you didn't care. I'm leaning towards he didn't care, but of course you saw. There's no way you didn't see Whitebeard. Unless Oda's gonna tell us that Whitebeard was blind all along, there's no way you didn't see. But all these niggas leaving their kids and Whitebeard is picking up the slack. And not caring about the history of their dads. Because where the hell Polo Graham come from? Marco, 23 years later, Polo. The crazy part is that everybody was like, yo, is that Marco? Is that Marco we see? I'm like, dog, obviously it's not Marco, but Oda could be trolling us. No, but here's the thing though, like, Whitebeard is sick. No, hear me out. Whitebeard is kind of sick because I'm sure Marco, because he talked to Marco about all this, right? Marco was talking about how Whitebeard knew about the Lunarians and shit like that. Marco went to Whitebeard and was like, man, Whitebeard, you're like a father to me, but man, I wish I knew my dad. And Whitebeard is kind of like, me too. Either way, I'm your daddy now. Like, did you tell him about his dad? Well, I guess Polo was never a dad to him, right? Because Polo's out here. Polo looked like he be drinking. Shout out to Whitebeard. He gave these kids with deadbeat dads somewhere to live. So 1,000%, if Usopp did not join the Straw Hats, he was gonna join the Whitebeard Pirates. If Shanks didn't join Roger's crew, he was gonna be on Whitebeard's crew. Whitebeard was gonna find these kids regardless. He's gonna find them. I think that was his goal. We're gonna find out that Whitebeard was actually looking for orphan kids. Peter Pan. All right. No, it does sound crazy. It does sound crazy, but I think Whitebeard 1000% had good intentions. All right, I think he had great intentions. It's just I'm not gonna lie. Now I want to know, like, now I need a Whitebeard special. Like, how many niggas kids did you have on your crew for real? Like, is everybody related to somebody? Like, this is crazy. Andre says Buggy's dad is gonna be named Punch. Probably Blue Punch. Yo, stop. This is dope, though. This is dope. I love this. Real quick though, Whitebeard definitely got sent flying into the mountain. But I don't know. I think that's what's implied here. He looked unhurt. No, bro, look at all the bruises on him. Like, he's not hurt, but look at all the marks on him. That looks like how Whitebeard would look like if he flew into a mountain. If he didn't fly into a mountain, what's all that? Unless, like, he's not unscathed. Like, if he just tanked it. No, all right. If Whitebeard just flies into one mountain, this is how I expect him to look. He got a little dusty. But okay, this is insane because this is all here's the thing. This is all gonna depend on how people want to view this, right? I don't think there's any right or wrong answer. In my opinion, I think it's clear that he flew into the mountain and he broke the mountain. But how it's phrased, you'd be like, well, he broke it with his devil fruit. This is crazy. But here's the thing, though. This is 1000% a very easy way to justify Whitebeard being top one. Easy. Trig the Icon says technically Polo is his last name, so that means his name is Graham Polo, and Marco's last name is Polo, so his full name is Marco Polo. Fucking Oda. Oh. Yo, shout out to Trig. Appreciate you, Trig. Whitebeard. I don't know. I wonder if the anime is gonna. You know what's crazy? Like, we're looking at something like this, we're like, yo, why didn't Oda show it? And then the anime just gonna show some bullshit. And we're gonna be like, oh, okay. The name's Graham. Polo Graham. This is crazy. Hey, where's Newgate? Don't ask me. And Whitebeard just leaves. I'm a big fan. You need a ship, right? Let's join forces. Buzz off. Don't get in my way. I love Whitebeard, bro. Hey, where's Newgate? Don't ask me. Where is this nigga's legs? Does he have legs? Look like he walking, though. Yo, shout out to Yo-ho-ho with the gifted. And shout out to Tracy McDaniels joining fam. Appreciate you, Tracy. Rob says protected everyone's kids because he saw the evil. I do like that. And Yo-ho-ho gifted 5 memberships earlier. Yo, appreciate you, Yo-ho-ho. I was asking, is Polo Graham floating? But it looks like somebody said he was like in the middle of jumping. He just jumped down. So that's like probably what it is. Or he could have had it. Who knows? Ought to be trolling. I don't know. By the way, so people have me getting mad about Nepo piece just got another round in the chamber. Oh God. I mean, I talked about Nepo piece being kind of the idea One Piece. So like, you know, people gonna be mad at what they want to be mad at. It's just one of those things. Just, hey, whatever. Wait. Is that? Wait, is that Perona's fruit? Oda's just like, mm. Everything is from God Valley, nigga. The mirror, dragon, all of it. Like, calm down, dragon. What do you think you're doing? Whoa. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Me? What about you? Do you condone this? Dragon, bring those survivors aboard. We're saving them. Hopefully people shut the fuck up now. Hopefully people shut the fuck up now. Do y'all realize what Dragon is doing? Like, dog. Dragon he has a gun pointed at a superior? And he's bringing slaves onto the ship and saying, I don't give a fuck. Okay. Niggas got mad at me when I talked about Garp and I wanted more intention from Garp. And that ass, this is more intention against the powers that be. Well. Wait. Let's get through the chapter. And if anyone's got a problem with that, I'll execute them. Holy shit, I didn't see that part. Holy shit. No. This is different than Garp. This is way different than Garp. Oh my gosh, this is so different from this is so different from Garp. It's not even funny. Do you understand? Garp punched Emu because Emu was doing bad things in front of Garp. These people are not necessarily doing bad things. They're not actively standing against it. And Dragon is saying, that is enough for me to execute you. That is completely different. He's saying, if you're not with us, you against us. But Caster, here's the thing. No, but Caster, you can't say this is Dragon finally doing something. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, bro. That doesn't make sense. I think the idea, the concept, the functioning of the Revolutionary Army has always been this. The fact that the Revs still exist and they're thriving, what is because of this. You don't get to where Dragon got to without intention. I didn't need to see this to understand what Dragon been doing. Why do we need to see everything to understand it? Bro, this was the easiest layup. This was the easiest layup considering what the Revolutionary Army is. And also, I even said the fact that Kuma, Ivankov, Sabo, they damn near follow him blindly is because they've seen things. These niggas went to jail and was cool. I get it, right? I get it. For some people, they just like, we just got to see something. But in my mind, I think it's almost like with Dragon's story, what we see is a finished building, right? And Dragon's the CEO of this organization. And it's a thriving organization. The people that work there, they love being a part of it. Nothing but great things to say about Dragon, the CEO. And they're like, people still like, well, I want to see how it started. I want to, because I don't know. I don't know about this. I got to see how it started to believe what people are saying about this man, because I don't know about this organization. Where, like, and I think there should be grace given to people that wanted to see things. But I do also think people that were critical should be held accountable. Respectfully. Right? Like, I think there's a way to do it. Because he had people that were going at Dragon crazy, and there's some people who are like, well, I just want to see something. Either way, it's right. It's right. Yo, why is Caster crashing out? Caster, relax, nigga. Relax. Why? Caster. Okay. First of all, Caster, you were talking crazy about Monkey D. Crazy. You can't expect niggas not to come back now. You were talking crazy about Dragon. Granted, he was trolling, but you know how niggas gonna take it. Hey, Caster, I'll say this. Don't talk to Matt for the next month, all right? Don't talk to Matt for the next month. I don't think Matt read the chapter yet, but as soon as Matt reads the chapter, Matt might pull up on you in real life. I'm not even bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Because you and Matt been going back and forth with this dragon shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. I know Matt, if Matt read the chapter, Matt is just like, I fucking told him. I fucking told these dumbass niggas. I promise you this, that's what this nigga's saying. Who, Matt's streaming today. Matt is streaming today. Matt is streaming today. Expect a stealing boxes happening this evening. Oh man. This won't end well for you, Dragon. Bring it on. We're a little bit over the time I had planned for this stream. We're a little bit over the time I had planned for this stream, but I blame Oda, okay? All right, I blame him. All right? I just... Fuck. Dragon. Ugh! Fuck, bro, like... Dog, he's willing to kill us. He said, yo, bring it on, nigga. I don't care. This is beautiful. This is lovely. This is lovely, man. This is lovely. Fucking dragon, man. Fucking dragon, man. And here's the thing. I think even people that have been critical of Marines and Marines taking a stand against, this is what people want from Marines. This is what people want all Marines to do. Literally. People want all Marines to look at their superior and say, no, this is wrong. You got to champion this. Because the balls, the stones to do this, Disco, for sure. For sure. For sure. Where are you going? Rayleigh, Gabon. Don't follow us. Sail the boat out to sea and wait. Okay, because I was wondering, when do we get Scopper versus Sommers? When do we get all that stuff? That island never existed. Is that clear? Yo, Saturn pisses me off. Okay, Saturn pisses me off. I'm sick of him. I'm so sick of him. Like, every time, Emu, I don't care, Emu in Saturn and Emu, they piss me. I hate Saturn's face. I just piss me off. Like, every time they fuck up, let's destroy it. It doesn't exist. It don't exist no more. Every single time. No. Oh, no. The narrator, the records kept by G11 and CP6 concerning the top secret level S special mission on God Valley are sparse. The names of the participants of the human hunt were purged. Little is recorded regarding the site of the incident God Valley. Information regarding the island's whereabouts, size, and population were also purged. The number of casualties remains unknown to this day. Did you know the government had ties to that black monster? Seems like an affront to justice. I'm with you there. If you want to leave the Navy, you should join us. What the fuck does that mean, Garp? Let me think. Hold on. Let me. No, 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 no. I'm talking about Garp saying, hell no, if I quit, who'd protect the Marines? Let me think. I need more. I need more. Garp, I need more. I need more. I need a little bit more. Um, I like that you understand that you have a part to play, but protecting the Marines, I need more. How do you intend to do this? Is it as a deterrent to remind Emu and the world government that you exist and that you are willing to stand against them? Is it to influence the next generation? Because Sword doesn't protect the Marines. If anything, what Sword does is it kind of relinquishes the world government from blame if they fuck up. So I it's all about the mass, Garp. Luffy the Brago said, why do we need to see everything to understand it? I think with Garp, he's such a simple character. Depth and words echo, right? Like because Garp is it's the opposite. It's flipped, right? Where for Dragon, we haven't seen anything, right? But the structure of the revolutionaries tell the tale, and we understand the intentional man that he is. Even something like not going to marry Jawa tells you how meticulous he is. With Garp, Garp is a man about action, but he's so simple. I would like to see how simple is his way of thinking, or is there more depth to what Garp is doing? So it's kind of flipped. So at the end of the day, I don't need to see anything from Dragon, right? To understand what he's doing in the world. But for Garp, I would like to hear things from him to understand some of what he's thinking, because everything seems very simple and flat. But with him saying this, there's understanding of intention, and he understands he has a role to play. And what I'm asking is, Garp, what do you think that role is? Garp, what do you think that you need to do? What is it that you think you need to do here? Because even for Dragon, we didn't see him do anything, but Dragon made his intentions clear. I want to get rid of the Celestial Dragons. That is what I want to do. Garp says, I want to protect the Marines. What does that look like to you? What are you willing to do? When he said protect the Marines, if a Marine is to be executed by the world government for doing something good? Are you willing to stand against the world government for that? Is that what you mean? Or are you only protecting the Marines that you believe in? So, in my opinion, I think what GARP means is that he needs to be that shining light. Not only as a light, but also a deterrent if things ever went south. Where if things ever went awry, he would stand against them. And he is a living example and a reminder of what could happen if they were blatant about some of the atrocities they were doing. So I think after God Valley and GARP's stance, they probably went even more secretive and different about how they were doing things because of all the erased records, etc. So man. You go, it's all about the mass, Garb. The mass. What are you talking about? Arm and Hockey can normally counter devil fruit abilities, and I'm using Conqueror's Hockey coding to boot. So there's no way my attacks aren't doing anything. It's because he's also using Conqueror's Hockey to guard himself. It's not a surprise we'd cancel each other out. Exactly. If we don't overcome that, damage won't go through. What the fuck? Wow. Wow. We got an explanation? Oh, we got an explanation? Okay, let's see how deep it goes. Arm and Hockey can normally counter devil fruit abilities, and I'm using Conqueror's Hockey coding to boot. So there's no way my attacks aren't doing anything. So he's saying, all right, the basic armament can do that, and I'm using coding, so it has to be working. And he says it's because he's also using Conqueror's Hockey to guard himself. It's not a surprise we'd cancel each other out. If we don't overcome that, the damage won't go through. So it's basically just re-explaining Conqueror's Hockey as armament, saying that it's just about who's stronger. But okay. We'll lose sooner or later if we keep trading blows like this. We simply can't match a monster in a battle of attrition. So next time we use Conqueror's Hockey, we should channel all of our mass into it. Yeah, don't worry about how crippling the aftermath will be. If we do that, we probably won't survive this. This still doesn't tell me much. this is just I'm sorry. Hey, this still doesn't tell me much because all it's saying is just use more of it. All it's saying is just use more of it. It's saying channel all of our mass into it and don't worry about the aftermath. Okay. All right. here's the thing. Here's what I say. I appreciate the attempt. Okay, I appreciate the attempt to go in depth a little about Conquerors and Conquerors coding. We talk about Conquerors coding all the time. I don't think it gives much when it comes to what Conquerors coding actually is. It feels like Conquerors coding, how it's explained, is just like Arm and Hockey. It's just a power amplifier, and it just amplifies attacks. And to overcome Emu, they just have to use more Conquerors coding than him. I don't think this added a ton of depth to Conquerors or Hockey. It's just saying, if we get an understanding of what mass is, then okay. But it's saying we channel all of, okay, maybe like the official would give a different word to make it be more understandable, but right now it's just like, just do more of it. Glow, or Geo, says, thank you for the 5. Says, so Garp made him smarter about committing atrocities. What a hero in the decade that sword been around. What a hero. In a decade that sword been around, what have they done for people? We don't know yet, Geo. We don't know yet. However, I am willing to wait and see how it plays out. I think for Garp, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because, I mean, for lack of a better term or phrase, I trust him, right? Like, I just trust the man. And so I'm willing to see it through. I'll say that, Gio. But I don't think it's without critique. So I welcome it. Young Ivy, thank you for the 10. Says, my son was born this past Tuesday on 11/4. I can't wait to be able to share this amazing story of anime with him. Brago, thank you for your One Piece content. Young Ivy, y'all, congrats to you, Young Ivy. Congrats to your son being born. I'm sure you are thankful for a healthy baby boy. Y'all in the chat, please congratulate Young Ivy for a healthy baby boy, man. That is amazing. Shout out to you, Young Ivy. Shout out to Young Ivy, man. W's, bro. Yeah, we going 15 years from now, when we finally get to Laugh Tale, we gonna have Young Ivy squared in the chat saying, yeah, I was born while my dad was listening to one of your streams. Nah, shout out to Young Ivy, man. That's fire. More life for sure. Andre says, so the answer is hit harder. Jets fan says, how big is your hockey pool? Angelo says, I mean, he was fighting against Emu with pirates. Wouldn't that be clear enough? I do want more too. Okay, that is very clear as far as like what he wants to do. My thing is like the process of it. It's like, where did you draw your line in the sand? Do they know about your line drawn in the sand? Right? Like, was this conversation had with Sengoku as well? We did see him call Sengoku like, hey, did you know? Was there more conversation about it? Because, Garp doesn't like to talk about God Valley. So, that would have been cool if, like, he does talk about it, but it's more private. He brings more awareness to, like, some of the young Marines about, like, some of the atrocities that were committed, about how this should be better, things they should not things they should stand for. Or is it just about, like, I'm going about it and being the symbol, and you should, if you follow me, then you're on the right path. Or are you pulling people along with you? Lazarus said, the Marines aren't the world government. He sees the difference and can't just abandon them to the Gorosei and Emu. He knows this. I agree, by the way. So Whitebeard's finna have the same son. John, I think Jonkin said something earlier that I wanted to highlight. Jonkin says, I don't like the idea that you can choose to go all out in one attack and decide to fight there. I didn't think One Piece combat was like that. Let me think. Channeling everything into one attack. I'll say this. It's not that I didn't think One Piece combat was like that, but it's very Dragon Ball Z-ish. Because sometimes people would say, like, if Luffy used a Bajrang gun from the beginning, then he'd be able to defeat Kaido in one blow. And it's like, well, that's not factoring in attrition and damage and build-up, which I think matters, right? And I think Oda is showing that, yo, by the way, maybe it's not showing that it's being affected, but it's working. It's doing damage. So the mass, that final attack is only impactful at the end because of all the damage that is built up beforehand. Or that's how I'm looking at it. Robert says, I wonder if Garp not saving Ace could have something to do with his overput in the Marines. Kind of what happened to Dragon. Robert, clear that up for me. I wonder if Garp not saving Ace could have something to do with his overput in the Marines. Kind of what happened with Dragon. Clear it up for me, Rob, and I'll go back to it. Gio said, what has Garp done for your trust? Very Vegapunk moral. I think in most situations, I think Garp in general has made decisions that I can understand. Right? One, Ace's death. Initially, I didn't agree with it. Initially, I didn't agree with what Garp has done. But then, going back through it, I agree with him. Right? I agree with Garp's actions in Marineford. And I agree with it even more, understanding what he's seen and what he means to the Marines and what he is against the world government. I can't give that up because of the impact it would have on the rest of the Marines. Garp means too much. He matters too much. And I think Garp is a deterrent more than anything, where he's almost like, it's not the same thing, but it's almost like when Itachi used to come back to the village every now and again, just to let niggas know that he's alive. Don't fuck with my brother. Just FYI. I'm still alive, by the way. I think for Garp walking around, doing his thing, not giving a fuck, being the strongest Marine ever, it's kind of like, and he has the title. It's important. It's very important. And I think the importance is being stressed here. Garp going to save Kobe. Most Marines aren't doing that. I don't think the only other Marine I can see doing some crazy shit like that is maybe Smoker. Right? With like Hina. Like, they're not doing that. And so for Garp, I agree with that decision. Right? So at the end of the day, that trust is there from me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I agree with those decisions. And then even with him going and punching Emu, I agree with that too. Right? So Garp more often than not is going to do the honorable thing, or what, I guess for me, what I consider the right thing. Yo, shout out to Young Ivy with the 10 gifted. Appreciate you, Young Ivy. Oh shit, we're not done. I'm gonna get super chats in a bit. Either way, it'll take all three of us out of commission. And if we don't land this, it's all over. Hey, Rox, I don't know if there's any words that will comfort you at this point. I don't even know what's happened to you, but I do know one thing. I can feel your frustration. I think even in this moment, Roger's showing that he's a good man. This is no time for tears, you dolt. Kagusuchis. Infinitum. Ooh. So, ooh. Kagusuchi's ace. And then basically, of course, Garp's mass attack is a Gatling gun. The world government tried their best to bury this incident in the shadows. However, the disbanding of their chaotic crew, led by Roxy Zebek, would leave an undeniable echo. The Rocks pirates destabilized an entire era, and the tremors of their legacy would continue to shake the world. Wow. It looks like Garp's fists are on fire, and it's like embedded with Conqueror's hockey and Conqueror's coating. And of course, with Roger, his attack being called Kagusuchi's ace, and that is Shinto, the god of fire. Fucking ace getting the murmur on me was almost goddamn destiny. What the fuck? Aye. And the fist being on fire, fire fist, ace. Wait, we have AD80 says, Yo, Brago, if you ignore all the cope you made about swordsmanship being debunked, I'm sure it'll all go away. Why is it in Shank's fandom's blood to be so disingenuous and ratty? Out of all the shit that just happened, your retort, because you just got gifted a sub, is talking about swordsmanship. Yeah. My nigga's so weird, bro. Like, nigga, what? Alex says, I'm hoping we still get an inner monologue or something from Rocks before the flashback ends, considering he hasn't smiled while dying yet, unless he becomes the only D member to die while not smiling. First pay to listen. Listen. I think when it comes to agenda and power scaling discussions. I think there's a time and place for that. I feel like at times people become obsessed and it gets to a point where it's just like we get the end of the chapter and then we're going to, that's the first comment you have. And at that point, it's just like, that tells me you're not willing to have a genuine conversation because that's at the top of your brain. So for me, I'm just like, no, bro, that's disingenuous. That's loser shit. Like I said, I think it's fun to have those conversations, but I think when you go about it in a way that's, in a way, trying to say, ha, gotcha, or attacking somebody, I think it's lame. It's like, bro, what are we doing? I'd immediately be agenda posting too if Katakuri got upscale here. Bro, what? Black Lightning said, to be fair, Brago, you entertained these swordsman takes till the evidence became overwhelming to Mihawk. So don't switch up now. Black Lightning. Black Lightning. I just banned somebody for being an idiot. Don't get banned as well. We don't get banned as well. Like, this is... Why is this the conversation, my nigga? Don't switch up what? Nigga, yo, y'all niggas are literally saying, because I don't want to talk about it, I'm switching up. Yeah. No. Like I said, bro, y'all be cool is cool. Y'all not cool. Y'all be doing too much. So now y'all don't even get a conversation. So that's kind of where it is. Y'all don't even get a conversation. Y'all don't get a response at all. So like, don't ask me about that at all. God damn, like, we just got Garp and Roger and the end of Rocks. What the fuck? Yeah, y'all don't get a conversation. Listen, and this is what I'm gonna say about it, right? This is what I'm gonna say about it. With the Mihawk niggas, right? That are adamant about their side and the agenda. I feel like a lot of y'all have disingenuous takes. I feel like a lot of y'all attack as opposed to having a conversation. And in general, y'all know I'm on the Shank side. Why y'all still here? Why y'all still trying to convince me? They got hella niggas that love Mihawk. Go enjoy those niggas. And obviously, I don't care as much as these niggas. I don't. Wait. Prashant says, to be fair, you all disrespected Mihawk for the last decade. I had Mihawk at number 3 for the past 4 or 5 top 30s. All right. I'm going to say this. Y'all stop being lame. Stop being lame. Stop being lame. And I'm going to say this. Don't come here doing it. Don't come here doing it. Because I don't want to have the conversation. Go talk to niggas that want to have the conversation. Like, the Mihawk bounty reveal, I was going crazy over that. I had Mihawk at 3. I said Mihawk versus Shanks could go either way, depending on how you feel about it. I don't care. And I've disrespected Shanks for Mihawk for a decade. I bought Yoru because of how much I fuck with Mihawk a decade ago. And I disrespected Mihawk? Listen, all of y'all can suck my dick. That's how I feel about it. And I'm standing on that. But yo, the chapter was crazy. Wasn't it? Nah, you're right. You're right. I'm just saying, like, what is niggas talking about? All right. Average Shanks tar. Look. All that I said, his response is average Shanks tard retort. All right. Go away. Niggas ain't say nothing else but what I said about how much I've gassed Mihawk. It's just average Shanks tard retort. All right, go somewhere else. Wanted a bit more from different perspectives in the fight, but good chapter like Roger caring for rocks, but wish we saw more Brago play dispatch. No, I agree to that. I agree with that. I would have liked more conversation, especially with Garp and Roger, about what mass means, right? Not calculations or multipliers, but more so, I would like more in depth about Garp and even some of the shit with like what he represents for the Marines. Nah. No more Luffy Tard, like you're right. It's dumb. But like, no, it's like, I guess my thing was like you donated for that. No, I mean, I don't expect Oda to be Togashi. I don't expect that, but like, you know, I don't expect that at all, but mass is just more. It's just more of. Jake, you know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen. No, but bro. That's the thing where it's just like, bro, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Like, why do you want validation from me? Like a nigga's like, I'm like, nigga, I don't care. Y'all do y'all. Y'all doing too much. Nah. Come on, bro. Like, stop being weird. Did you notice Brago knows Guard producing flames with the fist? Sounds like another power of love user we all know. Power of love user. Yo, what up, dope? Bro, I'm feeling beautiful, man. We had an amazing chapter. It is fantastic. Brago says basically politics this Shanks versus the Mihawk thing now. I don't know. It's gotten to a point where it's just like it's not to the point where the conversations can't be had with people you don't know. Pretty much sure you already admitted you think Shanks is stronger because you like him or don't know why they care what you think. That's what I'm saying. Like, why does it matter what I think? Now that God Valley's over, what is your first score of the arc before digesting the whole flashback? I give it to 6.5 to 7 out of 10. King says a 7 out of 10. Damn. I was thinking like a 9. Am I tripping? The only thing that would get this to a 10 is if like we had more choreography, I would say, and more like epic. I would say epic conclusions. I think even Whitebeard walking away was like, okay. Nick Lovin said, well, what the fuck is a 9 for? This motherfucker is God Valley. Yeah, what the fuck is a 9 for? For this motherfucker, if God Valley a 6? 9 is crazy for everything that wasn't shown. I think, bro. God Valley 7 out of 10? Okay, all right. Here's this. I think if it's, I guess character-wise, we got a lot. We got a lot that we can pull from character-wise, so I loved it from that angle. Power scaling-wise, there wasn't much. Right? Power scaling-wise, there's not a lot to pull from. If anything, I would say what God Valley is shown, God Valley has kind of confirmed some of the things we thought. Roger, Whitebeard, and Garp, they're around the same level. They're clearly a notch above the rest. There's an argument for Whitebeard being top 1. Other than that, there's not much you can pull power scaling-wise. And so if you're looking at it from that angle, I get it, but man, I think we got a lot of character stuff. I think Kuma got boosted even more. Some more from Roger. I think Garp, there's some important conversations can be had about Garp. Obviously Dragon. Amazing Dragon stuff. King G said bro snuck in Whitebeard. I mean, I think the fact that, again, portrayal-wise, Whitebeard clashing with Rocks, we don't see the outcome of that clash. We come back, Whitebeard is relatively okay, then he walks away. Oda, again, is protecting that legacy. And I think we got to look at portrayal. Like, we're not going to see Whitebeard fight anybody. But, we got to see that portrayal. Mube said, I think your expectations of One Piece has been lowered a lot, Brago. That's why. Power scaling wise, yeah. But I told y'all that. I told y'all I don't expect amazing fights in One Piece. So my base is very low when it comes to power scaling. Story-wise, I still expect a lot. And I think it delivered. Power scaling wise, I'm with y'all. 6. But as far as story, I give it like a 9. Overall, for an arc, I'm giving it like a 9. But the thing is, it's like, this is how I look at it. It's not about lowering expectations for One Piece. It's about knowing what to expect from One Piece. Stop expecting everything from One Piece. You know what I'm saying? I think what's happened is that I've broadened my horizons. Reading more manga. Watching more anime. Right? So it's just like, where for a long time, the only manga I was reading was One Piece. Right? And I wasn't watching as much anime. So it's like, I'm like, I need my fights. I need my, my tension. I need my... Now it's like, bro, if I get One Piece out of One Piece, I'm cool. But, like, as far as fights, I'm not expecting that from One Piece. So lowering expectations shouldn't be an excuse. No offense. I mean, I think it's about how you want to enjoy the story. I think what I realized was that going into a chapter or an arc or a fight and putting power scaling above story, it made it less enjoyable. And so I don't look at One Piece that way anymore. So even when it comes to like the Shanks and Mihawk debates, when I'm like, I don't care as much anymore. Niggas don't get it, but I'm just like, bro, it's not. It just doesn't move me anymore. Right? It's just like, and it's not just that debate, any debate when it comes to power scaling. Like it's just not fun. It's just not as fun to me. I think it's the top 30s. Those are fun with the guys. We mess around for some hours, but after that, like something that I used to do, and this has shown like things have changed a lot for me. When a new character would show up, I'd make a video. How strong is this character? I can't tell the last time, y'all, I've made a how strong is on a One Piece character. I can't tell the last time. Because in general, it's like, now what? And then I think what it does, it creates like unrealistic expectations. So, again, I think power scaling discussions are still fun. I think when you're with the boys and you're having a good time, how strong do you think this character is? I think it's still a great time. I think, though, at this point, the story beats, the lore, that's just way more interesting to me right now. Right? It's just way more interesting to me. Whoa. Not let me click on it. Hold on, I got it. Hold on. This Japanese guy says editors can't speak their minds to Oda anymore, so One Piece is boring. And the post has reached 4.4 million impressions with tons of replies from Japanese fans. I think Elbaf, Arc, and God Valiant's in a peak fiction. What do y'all think? People have been saying that for years, that editors can't say what they want to say it to Oda, but I mean, yeah, probably not. Yeah, probably not. Like, I'm Ichiro Oda. What are you gonna tell me? Probably not. I mean, bro, yeah, but I'm not surprised. You get to a certain point and you're still as successful. Yeah. There's only so much that you can tell me. I'm going to listen somewhat. But if I have a successful company, a successful business, and I'm bringing in advisors, you're there to advise me, not control me. And again, this doesn't equate to the critique of One Piece. I don't think One Piece is above critique. I think there's a way to do it, and there are a lot of people that do it well as far as things they don't enjoy, things they don't understand. I think what happens is a lot of people sometimes, without even delving deep, it's just like, man, that's dog shit. One Piece is ass now. And that's not how you start a conversation. And I think that's, I don't know if it's just, maybe it's just the internet nowadays. A lot of people feel like starting with disrespect is the way to initiate a conversation. And sometimes when you start with disrespect, what it does, people are trying to elicit a response where it's like, oh, I'm gonna say something that I know can probably elicit a response, and then when the person responds, now you want to have a civil conversation. No, bro, like you can't start with disrespect and then be like, well, why you don't want to talk to me? Because you're disrespectful. And then that shows that you're not worth my time. So at the end of the day, it's like, if you start, bro, I'm more than willing to engage with somebody, and I've done it. I've even DM'd people they've at me on Twitter like, yo, you said this, but and now we're DMing back and forth because it was respectful. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, you know what? I agree with that. Then I come out and be like, you know what, y'all, I think I was wrong about this. And I think I look at this differently. I talked to somebody, and I think I was off base on this. Because we had a conversation. But like, nah, you're a fucking idiot. Wano's top 10 out of 10. Where do we go from here? And so like, I think we got to have standards for ourselves where in general, I think it has to come from a, yo, if you want to engage and have a conversation, come correct. You got to come correct from the get-go. Don't try to double back after being disrespectful. Right? Don't try to double back after being disrespectful. Like, why you don't want to have a conversation, bro? I don't fuck with you. And so I think that's just a level of respect that's there where if you don't come like that, I'm not talking to you. I'm not engaging with you. You're getting blocked. You're not worth my time. And I don't think you should be worth anybody's time because you're not being respectful. And I don't think that's difficult. I don't think that's difficult. And I think everybody should have that level of respect for themselves where it's like, if somebody's coming at you that way, especially on the internet, bro, you don't know this person. Move on with your life. Move on, bro. Like, I think too many people tolerate like the disrespect and make it like a part of their internet experience that people think it's okay. I don't think that's okay. Personally, I don't think that's okay. I don't think that's cool. Even if you vehemently disagree with somebody, how do you have conversations that way? So it's like, nah, like, if you at that point, like if you come in the chat and like even homie that got banned, it's like, is that in the blood? I'm like, nigga, what are you talking about? That could have been worded completely differently where it could have been, you could have gotten a response. But now it's like, now you banned. At what point does OP become boring and ass? We are getting the answer we wanted to know. Am I missing something? Gio, I don't think One Piece has become boring or ass at all, for me at least. I think expectations for matchups or conclusions have fallen flat for some people. So the expectation now is for some conclusions not to be the same. Right? And so I think for some people, they just checked out. They just checked out. And some of it is kind of projecting. Some of it is, I think, is facts, how they're feeling about some conclusions. But somebody said earlier, like, you shouldn't have to lower expectations. And I don't think you should go through life that way. Right? I don't think you should go through life that way. I think you should always be ready to adapt. That's like going to a certain McDonald's, right? And every time you go there, the fries is old and stale. Right? The fries is old and stale. Then it gets to a point, bro, like, nigga, stop ordering the fries from there. Or stop going there in general. If you're going to the same McDonald's and every time you get stale and old fries and it's making you mad every time, bro, I want better for you. And you should want better for your life. Right? Or it's a woman that you're dating that keeps forgetting your birthday and you get mad every time, bro, either move on or just understand that's the woman that you're with. like, I just don't understand like hitting your head against the wall, knowing like the same thing's gonna happen and getting mad every time, bro. Like, bro, y'all niggas don't want peace in y'all lives? Right? You all never been in a situation and the expectations of the situation, you understand what it is, and then you just exit that situation? Or like, it's certain friends that you have where it's like, all right, I know that when I invite you somewhere, you're not gonna go. I'm not gonna get mad I'm not gonna get mad. I might just stop inviting you. But you're still my guy. But I understand how you are. And I think we just gotta always be willing to adapt. I feel like, bro, that is not a bad thing. I feel like sometimes people feel like it's an L to change your mind. No, it's okay. It's cool. You can change your mind. I think it's one of those things that's growth. That's growth. But I think for the most part, for me, bro, it's peace. It's peace, dog. So with One Piece, yeah, my expectations have lowered for fights because I've been disappointed. So my focus is elsewhere. When we have the top 30, me and my guys, we're going to go crazy. When we got the Tournament of Power, we're going to go crazy. But on a day-to-day, nah. Bro, y'all know we used to have like power scaling streams like every other day. Every other day. Bro, like now, like that's just not where I am anymore. And I don't think that's where a lot of the guys are anymore. Like, of course, when we start trolling, now we're an hour and a half in. Now we trolling, we talking about blah, blah, blah. Then it gets thrown around because now we just having a good time with each other. But like, nah, yo, that's just how people feel. Right? So I think you should be given the room to lower your expectations. And that's okay. Don't feel like you got to be the same, I guess, for people and how people feel and how people look at you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bro, like, change is good. Change is great. Right? K-Dub says, yo, who played with my man Brago just getting in? Nah, bro, it's nothing. It's nothing. I think what it is people that would like for me to engage, but they don't understand how to engage. And so like that I guess access isn't there. Right? That access isn't there. And so it's crashing out. But it's just like, if you can't approach things with respect, then I want nothing to do with you. Young Ivy said respect is everything. Should be a base requirement like breathing. Not on the internet. I agree with you. It should be. But on the internet, it's like there's no accountability. And I find it, I think, ironic, people asking for accountability without having any. Angela says, that's why I tell people to drop series all the time. I was consuming My Hero Academia since 2014. Dropped that shit before the final arc. Just stopped enjoying it. I did drop My Hero as well. I did drop My Hero as well. And it's not that I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't enjoying it the same anymore. Right? And it got to a point where it's just like, I was just reading it to read it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to come back to it. And I love My Hero. But it's one of those where it's just like, yeah, I'll come back to it. I think that's okay. And then even for people that drop One Piece, I think that's cool too. But I think the issue comes in though, is when you drop something and now you're actively going out of your way to convince other people to drop it because you don't enjoy it anymore. I don't think that's okay. Like, no. Like, nigga, you dropped it. That's cool. But don't, like, now look at me and get mad at me because now I'm enjoying something that you don't enjoy anymore. Like, nigga, I still enjoy it. You don't enjoy it, that's cool, but don't. You still enjoy it? Yes, nigga, I do. You know? So it's like, it's one of those things. But I can't act like I don't understand why people drop One Piece. I get it. Some people don't like Gear 5. Like, that's cool too. Garpheaders have been dropping One Piece in mass on Twitter because of this flashback. Dropping? That's crazy. Guts! I don't know if this has already been spoken about, but I've been seeing people say God Valley, Garp and Rogers equal or stronger than God Valley's Beck. Where you stand? Wait, God Valley, Garp and Roger individually? I'm not gonna lie, Guts. From where I am right now, I think Oda has done a decent job of painting painting a lot of these characters on the same level. I don't think Oda has given a lot of these guys the edge. I think Rox gets the edge because, funny enough, why Rox gets the edge is because of the Admiral and killing an Admiral. You know, the character that a lot of people shit on as far as being ass. But that's kind of the edge that Rox gets because we don't know about any others. I mean, obviously Garp wouldn't kill an Admiral. And Roger hasn't. And Whitebeard wouldn't. So Rox gets the edge there. But in general, I kind of view all these guys on the same level. Rox, Whitebeard, Roger, and Garp. I think they're all right there. Now, if you want me to put it in a based on God Valley, if you want me to put it as far as like a top 4, based on God Valley alone, they're all very close, but I think it'd be Rox, Garp, Roger, Whitebeard. Based on God Valley alone. But of course, there's more to it. But I think that's how, at least that's how I saw it. But that's just me, my perspective. I think Harold as well is up there. Harold being in the top 5 is not crazy. But that's just like what I think God Valley did. Rayleigh, I think Rayleigh and Scopper really didn't do much. Rayleigh and Scopper were just names thrown in, right? So I don't think Rayleigh and Scopper moved much at all. So yeah, I think God Valley, based on what was shown, Rox, Garp, Roger, Whitebeard, Harold. And if you want to throw Big Mom after Harold, and you want to throw Rayleigh after Big Mom, then Scopper, or you can put Cheeky somewhere in there. But I don't know. But that's kind of how I look at it. Yo, shout out to Javon, 36 months at chapter 5. Nah, bro, I was supposed to be gone in 25 minutes. It's over 2 hours. The thing is with Shiki, like, you understand he's strong, but what can Oda do to prove Shiki strong? You know, like, even when Garp pulled up on Whitebeard, Big Mom, and Kaido, Shiki wasn't even there. So, like, you know, Silver Axe, oh my God. I don't feel good about Silver Axe at all. The flashback with the Holy Knights, I didn't have a high view of the Holy Knights in the first place. And you know what's crazy? I think we gotta also acknowledge our biases. right? I think sometimes we try to ignore our biases when they're obviously a part of like why we feel the way we feel. The Holy Knights, I'm biased against them because of how strong people came out supporting them and rooting for them. So there's like a small bias within me when the Holy Knights come up because a lot of people were so quick to crown them, right? To put them over admirals and Yonko. People were quick to do. So I'm just like, them getting humbled for the most part. I'm kind of like, well, but I would say, if I'm being honest, there's not much to go off of. They're fighting the strongest ever. They're fighting some of the strongest people ever. And so I'm not going to act like they're just fighting scrubs. They're fighting Rayleigh. They're fighting Scopper. They're fighting Roger. They're fighting, like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know. I mean, you did as well with Garland. What did I say? I mean, what did I say about Garland and Shamrock? That's where Garland and Shamrock, if anything, those are the two that would carry the mantle for the God Knights, because there's nobody else. But I put Garling and Shamrock over Yonko. Are the Holy Knights stronger than the Elder Stars? I don't see a world where a lot of them would be stronger than the Elder Stars. I don't think that makes sense. Yeah, I get that they're fighting legends, but the fact that they don't have a single dub at all is wild. I just think it's like when you're at God Valley, it's like limited. Wait. I don't think it's crazy to put Shamrock and Garling on the same tier of the Admirals or Yonko. And this is current Garling. Current Garling on the same tier of the Admiral or Yonko or Shamrock. My issue was they were putting all the God Knights over the Admirals. And most of the God Knights over the Yonko. I didn't agree with that. I vehemently disagreed with that. I didn't think that made sense. Yeah, I heard Shamrock's voice actor is it Nanamine? Yeah. I think that's crazy. I think that's perfect though. Nah, but I'm not mad at that though. I'm not mad at the God Knights getting packed up by the top 1%. I'm not mad at that. I think they can bounce back. Was Garling prime at God Valley? I would say he's stronger now. Or that's my opinion on it. I think Garling's stronger now. But Shamrock having Nanamine's voice actor, man, it's going to be sinister. It's going to be so sinister. Odo's currently hyping up the Knights presently used, so you expect some sort of hype for them to make them look competent. So now Shamrock is the only clean Knight we have high hopes for. Matt, like I've always said, the God Knights, it always depends on who you have them fighting. Right? If you have the God Knights fighting the Revolutionaries, there's only so much they can do. Right? Like, how strong can you put these God Knights if they fighting Morley? You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I think because they've been relatively underwhelming for what expectations most people had of them, they're probably fighting the Revolutionaries. Keeping it a bean. Not even pushing this back to mid-diff looks bad for Holy Knight agenda. I think at the end of the day, this is what they are, right? The God Knights, like, a lot of people look at them like, oh my God, these are the Knights that protect. No, bro. The story already told us who the premier fighters for the world government are. Right? The story told us who they are, and people just don't want to acknowledge that. Or people don't like it. Like, and so I don't know. So I think maybe it's agenda. Maybe it was just like wanted to denounce the admirals, so people are like, yo, of course the God Knights are stronger than the admirals. You know? But yeah, chapter was fire. Tomahawk says we treat these series like shonen when it really explicitly is not and hasn't been. This just isn't fight manga we want it to be, and that's okay. Tomahawk, I slightly agree with that. Appreciate the 5 though. I slightly agree that we treat it like a prototypical shonen. I think it is shonen, but I think it's not this typical battle shonen that we're used to. But you know, it's. I think we gotta adjust. But I would like to see the strides, including Luffy and Zoro, actually lose a fight, or is that out of the question nowadays? Would I like to see Luffy lose a fight? At this point? At this point, I don't see the point. Right? Like, who would we want Luffy to lose to? You know, like, okay, here's a small thing. Luffy and Shanks spar. Luffy loses to Shanks. Shanks gives him some tips, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. But Luffy, first round, he always loses. He always, like, gets overwhelmed or something. So, like, as far as flat out losing, no. But I think learning and growing, that's what I want from the Straw Hats, especially Luffy and Zoro and Sanji. I want them to grow. I think I would like for them to continue to be creative. I don't want Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji's fights to feel the same. I don't want it to be just hockey stronger, I win. I would like creativity in how they grow, creativity in how they're used. Even with Luffy, I think Luffy has the ability to be the most creative. And I think as long as they're creative, I don't care. They can win and demolish everybody. As long as it's creative, it's cool. I think Sanji has been done an injustice with how he fights. Sanji not having a ranged kicking attack is malpractice. I think even the explanation of hockey in this chapter, I think it's very bare bones. I think it's kind of like, all right, here you go. Like, because it doesn't really change much. It's just like, yo, you can pour a lot into an attack, which kind of always been the case. I don't know. So we got to see. We got to see where it goes. We really got to see where it goes. But in general, amazing chapter, man. Amazing chapter. We're gonna try. The goal is to have a discussion tonight. We got the reaction out early, so we can probably have a great discussion tonight. We can probably have a great discussion tonight. I think. Nah, Mr. Me, nah. Discussion tonight. We gotta talk about it tonight. We gotta get deep into Shanks versus Mihawk tonight. That has to happen because I am so no. We're not. That's not happening. That's not happening, niggas. No. I'll say this, right? For people that want to like debate the Shanks versus Mihawk thing, I'm gonna have a Discord open house, right? I'm gonna have a Discord open house where you can pull up, and I'm gonna be in the Discord, and one by one, I'm gonna line y'all up, and I'm gonna debate y'all, and we gonna talk about it. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm like, y'all, come on, dog. That would never fucking happen. Y'all crazy. But yeah, like the stream and subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. These niggas. These niggas. Oh my God, bro.